Tesla just delivered over 200,000 cars in a single quarter for the first time in company history, and it sure appears like the rest of the year is going to be even stronger, barring any major supply chain disruptions. This huge demand has led to longer delivery wait times, which has given a huge boost to used Tesla vehicle prices, and I'm even seeing used Model 3s selling at or above the new price. These used Model 3s in some cases have appreciated in value, which I know is quite crazy. So let's dive into the details and talk about what I believe is driving this crazy amount of demand for Tesla's vehicles. Back in 2019 on a Lex Fridman podcast episode, Elon Musk said the following: "Buying a car today is an investment into the future. I think the most profound thing is that if you buy a Tesla today, I believe you are buying an appreciating asset, not a depreciating asset." Elon was of course mainly referring to the future value of a full self-driving car, which he estimated in a July 2019 tweet could be worth more than $100,000. Now, while Tesla's recent full self-driving beta releases have been very impressive, and while I do believe that Tesla is on the right track by eliminating radar and going with a camera-only based vision system, the fact remains that true level 4 or level 5 autonomy is still not possible. I do believe Tesla will get there. However, even without level 4 or level 5 autonomy, the fact remains that Tesla vehicles do hold their value very well, and in some cases are selling used for around the same price or even more than a brand new model. In just a minute, we'll dive more into the wait times and the crazy demand for Tesla's new vehicles. But before we do that, I want to take a moment, step back, and look at Tesla's used prices as a symptom of this huge demand. And we're going to specifically talk about a 2019 Model 3 base model Standard Range Plus and talk about the value of that vehicle over time. According to Kelley Blue Book, a 2019 Standard Range Plus Model 3 with standard equipment and 40,000 miles has only lost around $2,000 in value. Even if you add to this roughly $2,000 the $1,200 destination and dock fee on a new Tesla, this number still represents less than a 10% depreciation in 2 years of use. This kind of value retention is insane, and I'm not aware of any other vehicle on the road that holds its value so well. Upon further research, I even found plenty of Standard Range Plus Model 3s on sites like Car Gurus and Carvana, selling for thousands of dollars above their new price. So as I mentioned earlier, demand is so strong for these vehicles that in some cases they're actually selling, and in some markets they're selling for more than the brand new price. Now the question is, why would somebody pay more for a used vehicle than a brand new one? That comes all down to the wait times when you order a new Tesla. Right now in North America, if you'd like to purchase a brand new Standard Range Plus Model 3, you'll have to wait around 8 to 14 weeks before your vehicle will be delivered. Wait times for the Model Y are very similar as well. So demand is so strong for Tesla's used vehicles because buyers would rather get a used model now rather than wait several months to get a new model. And so this is driving crazy demand for Tesla's used vehicles because demand is so strong for Tesla's new vehicles. This is trickling down and raising the used vehicle prices. Also remember that this huge amount of demand for Tesla's vehicles has all been created by word of mouth and really without any kind of paid advertising. Of course, Tesla doesn't pay for advertising like other large automakers, and this of course saves Tesla a lot of money each year. In the past, I remember reading quite a few articles where people tried to say that Tesla was going to have a demand issue, or that they did have a demand issue, and that at some point Tesla's demand was going to peak and then their sales would start going down year over year and quarter over quarter. Of course, those articles have not aged very well, and Tesla has continued to grow, and they just posted, as I mentioned earlier in the video, a record quarter delivering over 200,000 vehicles in Q2 of 2021. Of course, Tesla has no issue with demand, and they're only constrained by supply, meaning how many vehicles they actually can produce in a given quarter or in a given year. Between their factory in Fremont and Shanghai, they have at least the installed capacity to produce over 1 million vehicles per year. And if all goes to plan, they should be able to start limited production of vehicles at Giga Berlin and Giga Texas this year. It appears like Tesla will soon be able to produce and deliver over 1 million vehicles in a single calendar year. And if that doesn't happen in 2021, it's very likely going to happen in 2022. So what's driving all this demand for Tesla's vehicles? I could come up with a very long list of reasons why I believe this is happening, but I believe you can actually boil this issue down to 3 core reasons why demand is so strong for Tesla's vehicles. And now I'd like to dive into these reasons. The first reason I believe revolves around the fact that the world is transitioning away from internal combustion engine vehicles to battery electric vehicles, and Tesla has been the leader of this revolution. Before Tesla came along, EVs kind of had the stigma of being slow and ugly and kind of being like glorified golf carts. Then Tesla came along and designed practical, long-range electric vehicles that were not only the best electric vehicles, but now I would consider them the best cars, period, whether we're talking about internal combustion engine vehicles or not. The fact remains that even if internal combustion engine vehicles didn't pollute the earth and were not an environmental concern, Teslas still have better technology and better performance than any other car in their respective classes. Previously, Tesla had virtually no competition in the EV space, but that is now changing rapidly. There are many other great EVs that are either available right now or will be available soon. However, despite this increased competition from other EV brands, Tesla's demand has continued to grow even stronger. I believe this is because Tesla's EVs and other electric vehicle brands are not necessarily stealing market share from one another, but they are displacing internal combustion engine vehicle market share. There's still plenty of room for multiple companies to succeed in the EV space. However, I do believe that Tesla will remain the market leader and stay far above the EV competition, much in part due to the second reason why I believe demand is so strong for Tesla's vehicles. And the second reason why I believe Tesla's vehicles are holding their value so well comes down to their superior hardware and software and the technology built into these vehicles. When it comes to hardware and software, no other automaker comes even close to Tesla. Yes, other companies may have over-the-air software updates, but Tesla is far ahead of the competition, and other automakers know it. VW has even publicly acknowledged this fact, and they are working right now to close that gap. As Elon recently said on Twitter, Tesla's software team is excellent, even when compared to the best software companies. This is a big deal as cars are very much computers on wheels. And I don't believe this statement by Elon Musk is in any way an exaggeration or that he's biased in any way. Tesla has proved over and over again with some very impressive software updates that they truly have a really good software engineering team, and they've also proven that the hardware in their vehicles is very good as well. It also doesn't hurt that the company leader Elon himself wrote software for 20 years. Now, of course, software is very important, but software also relies on good hardware to function properly. Unlike many other companies that often buy off-the-shelf parts, Tesla often designs and/or manufactures many of their own components. This gives Tesla the ability to specifically design these components for their specific use and allows for a very seamless system. I'm often amazed at the features that Tesla adds and what Tesla can do with a software update. Besides all the great multimedia features that they've added recently, and also the dash cam recorder, Sentry mode, and dog mode, I've seen Tesla improve the headlights, increase the range, and also improve the performance of their vehicles, all through software updates. In the end, with all these frequent software updates and improvements, I believe this helps future-proof Tesla's vehicles, and also thanks to very robust hardware as well, you can update these vehicles for years into the future with the latest software. So used Model 3 can have the latest updates and the latest software version, even though it's a used vehicle. This helps keep the value strong for used vehicles because a buyer knows they're not going to miss out on a bunch of features. If you've been enjoying this video so far, please remember to click that like button. And also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing as well. The third reason why I believe Tesla's vehicles are holding their value so well comes down to the fact that Tesla appears to be the leader when it comes to full self-driving software, and all their vehicles right now have the hardware, at least according to Tesla, that is necessary for full self-driving. While there have been plenty of doubters that don't think Tesla will be able to reach level 4 or level 5 full autonomy without the use of LiDAR and especially without the use of radar, Tesla is proving that their camera-based vision system is very impressive, and they appear to be on the path to success. It's of course really difficult to actually predict when Tesla will be able to actually achieve level 4 or level 5 full autonomy. However, the fact remains that if Tesla's right, if they are able to achieve full self-driving with their current hardware just by improving their software, this will mean that the current purchase price of a Tesla vehicle, especially if you get the full self-driving package, will be considered a bargain in the future. So those are the 3 core reasons why I believe Teslas are holding their value so well, but I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. What are some of the reasons why you believe this is the case? So that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end. I'd like to take a moment now to thank the Patreon supporters who support me every month and help make these videos possible. If you'd like to find out more of how you can support my work and about the Patreon community I've set up, I'll put a link in the video description below. Thank you so much.